Hello and welcome to SatTV Week. I'm Richard Hooper. ViaSat is taking another step forward in the transformation of satellite broadband with the selection of SpaceX to launch ViaSat 2, the next generation of high-capacity broadband satellite. ViaSat 2 is scheduled for a late summer 2016 launch aboard a SpaceX Falcon Heavy from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. Falcon Heavy is the world's most powerful rocket, with the ability to lift more than twice the payload of the next closest launch vehicle at only 1/3 the cost. Falcon Heavy is an evolution of the flight-proven Falcon 9 that is used to launch commercial satellites as well as cargo missions to the International Space Station. SES plans to launch a dedicated satellite for the governmental use in partnership with the Luxembourg government in late 2017. A Luxembourg-based company jointly held by SES and the Luxembourg government is planned to own and operate the new spacecraft. The Luxembourg government and SES will invest €50 million each into the new company, which at the same time will receive a €125 million bank loan from a consortium of Luxembourg banks to finance the satellite's procurement and launch. The spacecraft will be positioned in the European arc, covering Europe, the Middle East, Africa and Asia Pacific. The capacity of the new satellite will satisfy Luxembourg's requirements for satellite communications in military frequencies. Capacity will also be made available to governmental and institutional customers for defence and governmental applications. The multi-mission satellite will use dedicated military frequencies known as X-band and military Ka band, providing high-powered and fully steerable spot beams to support multiple operations. Glowlink has successfully fielded its latest version of the single satellite geolocation system in a geographical region of the world that is prone to both accidental and deliberate interference. Based on Glowlink's proprietary and patented technologies, SSG does not require a second satellite for locating ground-based satellite interference. Instead, it can locate the interference transmitter, both intentional and unintentional, using just the affected satellite. SSG performs geolocation operation directly on the interference signal itself to extract the emitter location, thus avoiding dependency on any prior information about the carrier or the interferer, such as the carrier's identity or prior incidents or offences by the interferer. Airbus Defence and Space has successfully completed the initial in-orbit testing of Astra 2G and handed over the control of the satellite to SES, who will now validate the performance of its communications payload. Afterwards, it will begin operational service at its 28.2/28.5 degrees east orbital location in order to provide next-generation broadcast and broadband services. The Astra 2G telecommunications satellite was launched by an ILS Proton Breeze M launcher from Baikonur, Kazakhstan on the 27th of December 2014. Launch and early orbit phase operations have been conducted from the Airbus Defence and Space Control Centre in Toulouse. A series of manoeuvres enabled the satellite to reach geostationary orbit on the 2nd of January. The solar arrays and antenna reflectors have been successfully deployed and the satellite has acquired final Earth pointing. All spacecraft functions are performing as expected. And finally, with CommunicAsia taking place at the beginning of June, we spoke to Rupert Owen, the international director for the event, about the significance the show has for the satellite sector.
Rupert, CommunicAsia has always been very important to satellite. What are you seeing from the satellite industry this year that excites you?
There's growing demand for satellite sovereignty, especially in countries such as Myanmar, Indonesia. There's great opportunities for these countries to launch their own satellites over the next few years and fill in a lot of the gaps. And I think one of the areas of immense activity because of the various airline accidents is disaster recovery, focus. There's a lot of focus on specific industries, and we're moving more and more towards specific industry focus in the oil and gas, mining, construction, and other industries.
So you're seeing quite a lot of interest in those verticals this year?
We are getting closer associated with the verticals. We understand that many of the companies are interested in the enterprise sectors, and in addition to CommunicAsia being very much a broad satellite technology show, we're also very interested in developing new areas.
Now, one of them I noticed in Broadcast Asia is this whole area called TV Everywhere, which again is very much what satellite delivers.
The delivery of content throughout Asia is a massive growing business. CommunicAsia is very much the opportunity for broadcasters and for new service providers to find out how those delivery platforms come together, and for the whole industry to move forward at the consumer level to let them know what the next stage of technology is coming through.
Now, we know that the show is very important, and satellite's always been a major component, many exhibitors there. How's the conference looking?
The conference is very well supported. We have more speakers at the various high level, sea level, wanting to speak. The program's almost fully up to speed already, and we're in the process of announcing it in the next 3 or 4 weeks.
And of course the show comes in the middle of a year that's very key in terms of development across ASEAN region.
Yes, this year is the official launch of the ASEAN free market across 600 million plus people in Southeast Asia. So satellite is very important to all these countries, the emerging countries, and the ability of each country to be able to lend technologies and support each other's technologies, but also to be able to use their own experiences in other countries with similar challenges.
Sounds like there'll be some great new opportunities for the satellite sector this year, and we look forward to seeing you there.
That's all for this week. Thanks for watching.